the final layer of our Morning Glories. Welcome back. This is a delight when you get to a part in your piece where you get to finally define and watch your flowers come to life. Welcome back. This is Sarah Simon, the Mint Gardener, and it has been so much fun to create these different watercolor pieces with MaimeriBlu, with our special collaboration set. You can see the colors in the special box that come to the left of the piece, and it's been so much fun to be able to dream up all these different pieces, these florals that push the limits of these different colored paints and really celebrate the pigments, the natural, amazing flow, and the vibrant and luminosity. It's one of those from these incredible paints with MaimeriBlu. So I got to come up with the different flowers, and I used this as a lovely excuse to paint all of my favorites and create these tutorials for you. So without further ado, you can see that I have mixed yet another darker layer. No, there is no black in this mixture. I am using Payne's gray to deepen that mid-tone that we used to create the faces of all these Morning Glories. Now, a lot of people get discouraged with watercolor and worry about the hard lines that are left behind. Once your paint dries, you can see sometimes reminiscent splatters or blossoms or kind of funny hard edges where maybe you didn't intend to leave them. Just know all of us do that, and that's okay. But by adding another layer on top, it can often cover any of those maybe splotches that you weren't quite as keen on when they happened. But I also think that it only adds to the texture. We have to remember that when we're painting flowers, these are botanical elements, okay? There is no such thing as a perfect flower. And when you go out and have the privilege of walking in a park or perhaps your garden, or maybe you're just seeing pictures online. I often look at flower pictures of gardens online, especially in the winter months, just so I can remember that spring will come again. But you see that no flowers are perfect. Some are nibbled by critters in the garden. Some are missing a petal because they got blown over. But that is all part of the beauty of painting botanicals. And that's our job as the artists, is to lean in to the natural beauty that we see and to try to capture it. Don't over focus on one flower if one isn't doing exactly what you want to do. By tracing over it and emphasizing it again and again and perseverating on it, you actually end up just emphasizing maybe the area in your painting that isn't your favorite. So my encouragement is paint a flower and move on. Learn to walk away, and then paint another part of your piece. Move around your piece, and as your piece slowly starts to come into its own and say what it wants to say, oftentimes the part that maybe we thought we overemphasized or that we thought was quote unquote a mistake ends up being a beautiful part of our piece. And even if it's not, by doing it again or by adding emphasis to other parts of your piece, you're actually increasing the contrast. And so you're drawing the viewer's eye away from anything in particular. The goal is to create enough contrast and high to low contrast and accents on these different pieces of your painting so that you're not focusing on just one leaf or one flower. Your focal point is absolutely your flowers in this piece. However, by emphasizing all of the different flowers and adding those really beautiful leading lines that look like cups so that the inside looks like water would run right into these Morning Glory cups, you're able to create a rhythm in your piece. And as people view it, they are absolutely delighted because they're able to see so many new things, and it draws their eye in, much like the chorus of our favorite song. It also allows you to practice painting as many of these as you'd like. Now, one of the delights of this set that MaimeriBlu were like, yes, please do that. I love being able to add a luminosity or a kind of texture and also light points in my watercolors. Now, absolutely, the traditional way of watercolor to leave white space in your piece is to reserve, right? That term is used all the time, and essentially that just means you're not painting in what you're reserving. And so the white of your page simply starts to jump up off your palette, okay? And you can see the white reserved spaces are very interesting in this piece because it's in between vines and leaves, and nothing is perfectly symmetrical, so it mimics nature much more, okay? But I am able to now go back in with my titanium white that comes in this set and add interest. Notice I am varying my line width and texture. Some are dots, some are straight thin lines, others are thicker thin lines. So this is technically a fourth layer, and I'm mixing in even a little bit of that Naples yellow to soften the highlight. And all I'm doing now is just popping around from piece to piece, constantly assessing, comparing one flower to the other. But can you see how much this just made the piece pop? I hope you enjoyed Morning Glories.